Hello everyone, welcome to Arm with Controllers. This is Fabs here, and today the final part of the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta. That's right, finally there, taking on AwC in his own turf now. It's been a bit of a journey. I've really enjoyed this, all told, and to be honest, I'm actually quite sad that it's the last one, because I've really enjoyed doing these videos. So, enough of my blubbering. Let's get on with this. So, we've encountered AwC, and fwahaha. I like fwahaha. It's a good laugh. I mean, in Final Fantasy VII, you had Heidegger saying gyahaha. You had Hojo saying mwahaha. Scarlet, she went kyahaha, I believe. Yeah, so the yahaha is a common thing in Final Fantasy. I have never heard fwahaha. Good old AwC. You see, this is why evil trees are awesome. Like so, he has finally become the evil tree we all knew and loved. And what's he doing? He's screwing up the world. Now, I'm gonna be spoiling at least 3 or 4 Final Fantasies in the next minute, so turn off your sound, don't want anything from 4 to 10 scored in that time. But around this time, yeah, in Final Fantasy, the bad guys seem to do a really good job of winning. I mean, you know, here we go, in 5 here, AwC is successfully pulling most of the world into the end zone so he can be evil and whatnot. In FF6, Kefka successfully just takes over the world and screws it up nearly beyond repair. Yeah, it's interesting really to see this, having the heroes have to come back from a position of absolute defeat to take on the opponents. It's quite interesting. And here we are there. See, absolute defeat. They just got owned. Oh well, that's it everyone, game over. Good times, good times. I love that little face he's got in this little tree trunk. It's awesome. Little evil tree face. No, this is all dark and disturbing. They're all asleep on nothing. Suddenly, an old man appears. Butts, get up! Wake up, you're behind! Okay, what's this? Shiny sound. Audible gleam. That's right, it's Butts Senior. Now, I really don't like how he called him Papa there. It makes him seem 12. Caesar and Kelga. So we've got Krusty the Clown and a furry. Yes! And it's Galuf! Yay! Galuf's back. I'm so happy about this because he was awesome. That said though, he doesn't look as awesome as Krill in the Red Mage outfit. That's beside the point. Yay! We get to beat him off now. Woo! Go Warriors of Light! Ha! The Dawn's all... Yeah, being those 4, the Warriors of Dawn, all they could do was lock him in a tree. Not us. Actually, no, they didn't lock him in a tree, sorry, no. All they did was beat him into the end zone. That's right. We're going to finish him off. He is going to know death in ways that only a tree can never imagine. So it's not just going to be fire. There we are. And what's this? Yay! Oh, come on, Varys, you're a pirate. You don't say Papa, you say, oh, it's a scurvy dog who abandoned me, see, or something like that. Anyway, yeah. Alright, guys, let's take this guy on. Now, of course, I have free control of him at this point, so I could actually leave and exit the game. But anyway, so, first off, my team. Butts has got guard and two-handed, so he'll swing and do more damage. I've given Rena red ×2, so I can cast 2 red magics. I'm going to be giving Krill red ×2 as well, because I'm going to be using the red mages for speed healing and whatnot. And I'm giving Faris equipped swords, because what that does is it increases the strength of the Dragoon to match that of the Knight. So very helpful for a physical class. Okay, so in terms of equipment, I'm giving them all winged shoes, because this gives them innate haste, which can't be countered or dispelled or whatever, and is horribly useful because without it, I'm going to die quickly. Okay, so this is my team, all mastered their respective jobs. Let's do this, shall we? To the tree! Here we come! Alright. And here we have, yep, we're fighting AwC poking out of a very long tree. This is a strange game. So, first off, I want to give everyone Protect, because at this particular stage of AwC, the boss battle, he can only use 2 attacks. There's White Hole, I believe it's called, and a basic physical attack. So I just want to make sure that a bit physical attack will do as little as possible. I mean, White Hole, if it hits, doesn't matter what I've got on because it's going to screw me up. So, as you can see, with all these crazy hasted people, the plan really is to blitz AwC as quickly as possible before it can react. There we are, see, white ball there, didn't hit, which is fantastic because what it does, insta-kill and petrify. So I have to waste 2 turns reviving somebody and then actually using a soft or a golden thing on it. So what's happening here, I've got Quill breaking rods on AwC, which is something, any class that can equip a rod as a weapon, they can do this in mid-battle. It basically means that they cast the level 3 version of whatever magic it is. So in this case, Ice Rod, it would be Ice 3 or Icicle, whatever you want to call it. Blizziger, whatever. So as you see, it does not unrespectable damage. At this point in time, the only Geomancy that happens is Wind Slash, which to be honest I'm fine with. I've got that boosted, it's an alright amount of damage. Okay, so with this fight, AwC's moveset increases exponentially with however low his health is. So really I do need to stop him before he starts casting Meteor and really screwing me up. But as you can see, we're doing a fair amount of damage a turn, which I'm very happy about. There we are, see, nearly 5,000 to hit, and he's resorting to physical attacks, which are luckily halved thanks to Protect. I've been thinking about this. Now of course you might be asking, wait, you've got the magic lamp, why aren't you using that? Next fight, trust me, it'll make perfect sense. Okay, so yeah, poor old AwC here, because I have got all the, everyone's on haste, the amount of damage, well, amount of turns he's getting is severely limited, which as you can imagine is ridiculously helpful. And that's the end of him. Okay, he was engulfed by the void! Whoa! Hoisted by his own petard. Terribly sorry, AwC. Yes, yes, yes. Right! Yeah, he had the void's power. No man is master of the void, my friend. What is this power? Ugh. Quality translation. Okay. So, AwC, as we know him, is finished. I'm very pleased about this. I don't know about you. And look at him fade away. In fact, the entire background's going wonky. Now, of course, anyone who's played any Final Fantasy game ever will realise, wait a minute, no boss has just one form. From Zeromus to AwC to Kefka, none of these guys only have the one form. Neo-ExDeath is here, which isn't so good, because he's basically, he feels like wiping everything out, as you can see. So he's like a really pathetic nihilist. You know, everything is meaningless, so I'll destroy everything, lol. That's just bizarre. I mean, don't get wrong, I have a lot of time for nihilism, but not this ridiculous nihilism you see in media and whatnot. Okay, so this fight is particularly bizarre because there are 4 specific targets to hit, each with about 55,000 HP. Each of these does one different type of attack. So at the back there you've got the magic user. One of them is responsible for casting Northern Cross, which is a pain in the behind. One of them casts the insanely powerful magic Almageist. And the one in the front there, the Centaur dude, that does physical attacks. Okay, so yeah, so this is where Red 2 comes really helpful. I get to double cast any magic that this character is able to do, which means if I had, say, white magic or summoning, I'd be able to do those 2 times over. But that's not happening, so let's not complain. Okay. So yes, spamming the old magic lamp here, for good reason. As you can see, they're doing about 3,000 a hit, which is very helpful. Unless you're Leviathan, in which case you're doing less. Now, you notice when it comes to single attacks, I am specifically targeting the Almageist portion, the bottom one. You will see why that is very soon, because this crazy shakiness going on is a sign that bad stuff is about to go down. Oh, okay, I thought it was going to be then. Seems to have calmed down. That's strange. Okay, so it's the last battle, so yes, let's just spam these elixirs because I'm not going to use them afterwards. Oh, here we go, Ultra Gust, that's what it's called in this. Yeah, as you can see, about 1600 HP damage. That ain't so cool. Okay, so this is why I left Odin with a magic lamp until this fight. Now, Odin has taken out the skeleton portion entirely. That thing is dead, which is very helpful because as you can see that cast Aero 3 on me and that was quite annoying. So, in fact, actually I did some research into this. The reason that the magic lamp does work when it comes to summoning Odin for these things is because if you summon Odin normally, if he detects an enemy in the group you're fighting which is immune to instant death, he'll switch to Gungear, the Gunslance, whatever you want to call it, and that'll be that. But the magic lamp is set to using Vengeance Sword, so if there is something, if it's something that's heavy, it'll slice it up but it won't actually do any damage. Okay, so Grand Cross, here we go. What this does is basically it gives you an obscene number of status ailments, unless you have the Winged Shoes on, which protect from all these ones. Haha. Oh, AwC, will you ever learn? Okay, so at this point, really it is just the case of I need to keep everyone's HP above 1600, preferably a bit more above 1600, just so that any further castings of Ultra Gust don't screw me over. And plus it's also nice to be able to avoid damage from the vacuum wave there. Okay, and we have Carbuncle, who is actually a complete hindrance at this point in the game. Thanks! Because now I can't actually cast Cure on myself. But then again, I don't actually need to, because I've got all these wonderful elixirs to use. And I don't like how little damage the rods are doing now. I mean, it could be because, unfortunately, red mages have a truly appalling magic stat, which makes no sense because they're, you know, mages, but never mind. Okay, here we are. Demon Eye, that's no use. But it does have the opportunity to destroy the Grand Cross using portion, I believe, because that one is weak to Petrify, which is kind of cool. Okay, so don't ask me why I just used an elixir for about 500 damage worth, but you know, what are you going to do? Okay, Fire Rod again, do a bit more damage. I'm lucky I might take out the Almageist Ultra Gust bit before it casts it. Nope. Oh well, this is going to suck. Yeah. Yeah, I would say... Oh, destroyed it. I would say that is the really big threat of Neo-ExDeath. That's the thing that's basically going to screw you over. Especially because it also causes drain, so you can't... unfortunately, just waste an elixir on someone who's got full health. Thanks to auto-targeting. Yay! Now it is a good idea on my part at least to continuously cast Protect on people, because that does mean the portion which is casting Dispel will have something to do other than screw me over. Okay, so I've actually only got the 2 parts left now, which is pretty damn cool. So what I do want to do is I want to try and take these both out at roughly the same time, because Neo-ExDeath's script works that when only one part is left, it then takes 2 actions a turn and runs every other part's script as well. So I could end up with Ultra Gust twice in a row, for example. And that's in addition to it casting things like Meteor and such like, which sucks. So yeah, I need to really be careful about what's going on here. So luckily I've got a friend here in Golem! Now Vacuum Wave will do far less damage, because I've got Golem getting in the way. Yay! So I'm very impressed with the amount of damage these guys are doing. I'm pleased. Now I should point out this was, I think, the 6th time trying to beat AwC. Yeah, basically if you are thinking of challenging him, make sure you have everybody above 1600 HP, or it won't happen. You'll get screwed over. And this will suck. Okay, so as you can see, I'm actually ignoring my own advice when it comes to taking out the parts equally. As you can guess, I'm a silly head. Zap. Right. There we are. Let's switch it up a tiny bit. Now hopefully if I keep this up, I'll be doing an obscene amount of damage. Okay. When it says the universe is in peril, I think that means it must be charging up to use Grand Cross, but I don't recall it doing it after this one actually, so it seems like it's just a really weird way of saying, by the way, everything sucks. Yay! Oh well. Right, so there's no point in using a magic lamp anymore, because all I'm going to get are the really weak summons like Ifrit and Shiva and whatnot, and even Chocobo. And as much as I love Chocobos, I don't think they'll be much good here, which is a shame. Okay. Yeah, again, the universe is in peril. I could have sworn that was the game's way of saying, by the way, you got Grand Cross coming. Oh well. It really is. Luckily now he's not doing much damage, so if I keep the HP levels up and hopefully keep avoiding Vacuum Wave with the help of my friend there, I should have this in the bag, which is good. Yep, see, I think the amount of damage being done now is catching up on the Grand Cross portion. Because while they're doing roughly, taking roughly similar amount of damage when it comes to all attacks. And okay, that was an interesting thing there. See, I did just destroy the front bit, and Faris managed to jump on something that didn't exist. Because you see, for the purposes of random attacks, AwC does actually have about 4 other non-existent targets which can be selected. So you can't rely on, say, Shotes to just casually take out this bit easily, which is a shame. Now, you notice I'm using the Lumino Staff there. Because that casts Holy and it only affects a single target. As you can imagine, I only had the 2 of those and didn't really want to use it when there were multiple targets, because as you can see, I really want to take this part out now as quickly as possible. Now see, I was very lucky there, because in all honesty, Meteor should have screwed me over entirely. And then follow that up with Vacuum Wave as well, especially now Golem's gone. That could have killed those 3. And then again, thanks to Faris being in the air and the Dragon Lance doing double damage to that part, I've just won. That, my friends, is how you fight Neo-ExDeath despite having a really absurd party selection. Watch him fade away into nothingness now. Goodbye, ExDeath. I'll see you in Dissidia. Okay, so that's that then, my friends. Well, this has been quite a journey, I must say. There is, of course, the ending after this. It's worth noting that Final Fantasy V is, I think it's the first Final Fantasy to have multiple endings, actually, depending on what state your characters are in at the end of the fight. If any of them are knocked out or petrified or whatnot, the ending will change accordingly, which is quite interesting. I must have the best ending then, because everyone's okay. Woohoo! Right. I'm not going to make you sit through the ending while listen to me ramble, because it's about 45 minutes long, and I don't think I can upload a video that long to YouTube without making people upset. So I'm just going to say a few words. Basically, yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this run through of Final Fantasy V. Playing the full job Fiesta, it's breathed new life into this game, because for the most part you can go mental with the more broken job combinations. Do stuff like everyone's a magic knight with X fights, and then, oh look, Omega's dead, lol. It really encourages you to think about what you're doing with the limited tools. And you can find things like, as much as I complained about a Geomancer, Earth was one of the most useful things I've ever encountered. And, I complained about the Red Mage an awful lot. Having Red ×2 saved my bacon in that fight, and the ability to break rods as well. Consistent damage. So, yes, it helps you really appreciate all the jobs in this game rather than the really cool ones. And yeah, it's just a nice way to play the game, I think. So I'm definitely going to do this again next year. I won't be recording it and putting it up again because I'm sure you don't want to hear me say the same things next year and whatnot. That'd be silly. So yes, and thus we come to an end of this series. I hope you've all enjoyed watching this. I've had an absolute blast doing these for you guys. So yeah, do let me know if you want me to do more of these kind of games, more JRPGs and whatnot. Let me know in the comments or on Twitter and such like, because I'm up for more crazy playthroughs and such like. Okay, so once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. So this has been Fabs for Armed with Controllers. Thank you for watching.